So as our parachute leads to the infield, we're about to go green this time around for New Star action here at the Make Smoking History Collie Speedway. Cody Watt to take them away on the main side, son of Lee Watt, former modified production sedan feature champion. As the front row starting to gap away very slightly, the second row not quite keeping up. We're going to go green. And we're green this time around. It looks like young Jack Wilson got better. Cody Watt shoots like out of it, side by side going into turn number 1. Chloe Coxwell gets caught up on the main straight as they drive it down into turns 1 and 2 for the first time this evening. But young Waddy gets out of the way nice and clean this time around. Young Air up on the fence in the 22 machine running high, wide and handsome. Still a little bit greasy as Jake Johnson making moves now through the back of the field will push up into the 4 position. And look, fast as he heads up on the backside of the 9 car Isla Yates as they go into turn into Palmer's 3 and 4 for the first time. But lap number 1 is going to be led in the way, the Kachana Beef, number 10 of Cody Watt. In the second place, Jake Wilson in second place. Then we've got a spinner over in turn 3. Ellie Watts come to grief in the 4 machine. So as we'll go yellow for the first time receiving. So as under starters order, let's see if young Waddy can get away. Philip Fairbrush, oh, a bit of contact in the back of that. Fairbrush just switching lanes there. And now they're going to be 2 and 3 wide across the raceway now as they head down into turn 1. Young Jack Wilson gets away a lot better this time around. As Cody Watt gets the push going on 1 2, he's going to shoot back down for the bottom, trying to make it stick. They're going to come up on the backside of Cooper Sale, just running down the back straight. But Wilson's going to lead this one away in the 21 machine. Cody Watt back down. Millie Fairbrass getting a bit caught up in the slop on the bottom of turn 2 now as they all make light work of the 95 machine. Wilson out in front. Isla Yates is going to start looking to the bottom side of Watt. Unable to do so this time around. So as young Jack Johnson's going to try and come through. Jake Johnson, sorry, is going to come through on that 27 machine. Being snaked back in. Whoa, Watt gets untidy. Big door slam into the 22. Just noses it up to the wall this time around. We're going to go yellow straight away. We have a replay of that on Real Speedway television. Machine. Being snaked back in. Whoa, Watt gets untidy. Big door slam into the 22. Just track dials in a little bit better each time. We're green once again. Let's see how we go. Young Waddy gets a better dispatch this time around. He's going to drive it deep into turns 1 and 2. Able to take the lead this time around. Wilson not able to do so. So he gets a reprieve this time around. Just to gap it out now by a couple car lengths as they go down the back straight. Isla Yates getting around the outside of Wilson in the 21 car. The 9 car doing all the dip diving and driving around the outside, but that also allows young Jake Johnson to come through as well in the 27 car. 27 car trying to look to the bottom side now. The 9 car of Isla Yates. Unable to do so, but Cody Watt out front. But Isla Yates is going to look for a battle on the lead. Goes a little high up on the main straight. Johnson just tucks in behind as they're single file going into turns 1 and 2 once again. But out in front, Cody Watt doing all the driving. But Isla Yates is going to look around the outside. Great drive from the young lady here from the Collie in the Outback Horse Trails, number 9. She'll take the lead away down on lap number 2, going down the main straight. Johnson's going to follow her through. Watt will go back to 3rd place just in the blink of an eye. Did absolutely nothing wrong. Yates gets a little untidy on the high side. Watt's going to fight back. This is exciting racing, even at a slower pace. Watt's going to come through. Big hit from Jack Johnson on the backside of the 9 machine. We go yellow once again. But we're going to go green this time around. No messing around here from our Chief Stewart. Lights are green. We're off. Jake Johnson's going to push the boundaries here. He goes up on the high side. I think the wet track's going to save him here. So he's overlapped here, so that won't be favoured upon from our Chief Stewart. So as I'll go through once again down the back straight, Cody Watt leading this one away quite comfortably from Isla Yates. Jack Wilson, Noah Air back in the 4th place in that 22 Mitsubishi Lancer. As I'll come through once again, Watt will put another lap in the book, running it down the main straight. It's about 3 laps down, 5 to go here for the KJB New Stars. Heat number 1 at the Making Smoke History Collie Speedway. Isla Yates doing all the moves on the high side. She's done the same move over Watt once again. She'll move around the outside as Air will go around the outside too of the 21 car of Wilson. So just like that, 2 positional changes of young Jack Wilson now coming under pressure from Chloe Coxwell. But Jake Johnson also making a lot of moves and getting caught up in that wet stuff up nice and high down now. But out in front, Isla Yates with superb drive so far. Out in front, back to Cody Watt in the 10 machine. Cody Watt gets a bit untied. It allows Air to pull up in the back bumper. Jack Wilson's going to get under trouble there. That allows Chloe Coxwell to the bottom side. Whoa! Chloe Coxwell turns it around. We go yellow once again. Green lights have come back on straight away, so I'm not sure what's going on there, but we'll stay green this time around. But Isla Yates has absolutely checked out on this one from Cody Watt, the 22 of Noah Air in third place, putting all the pressure a bit high on the wet stuff now as they go around. Ellie Watt, brother overtakes sister, as that really penalises Air this time around. He'll fall right back off the back bumper of the 10 car. As the 9 machine of Isla Yates out in front and absolutely dominating heat number 1 here in the KJB Junior Sedans. Air will get back up on the back bumper now of Watt as they run it down the main straight once again. 3 and 4 a little bit wetter than 1 and 2. So Air's going to go for the deep dive this time around. Managers, can he make it stick now? He does. Nowhere takes second round. He'll have to chase down our leader with only a handful of laps left to go. So Ellie Watt continues to go a lap down. But out in front, Isla Yates absolutely dominating this race. Johnson will get up beside Wilson now in the 21 and the 27 now, having a ding-dong battle there back for the 4th position. There's the young lady out in front, Isla Yates, leading this one away as she goes past CMS inwards gate, down the back straight in turns 3 and 4 with only a handful left to go on this one. Be white flag next time around. It's Chloe Coxwell just struggling with the pace, not seeing that dominance we saw in Manjimup. Johnson, so white flag this time around, but the 22 car's pushed right up on the back bumper now of the 9 car. She will not have it all her own way. She gets caught up in the way. That's going to allow Noah Air to sneak underneath. She's thrown her away with half a lap to go. Real shame there for Isla Yates. So Noah Air's going to take the lap. He checks out now going down the back straight. As he'll go around the outside, gets caught up on the wet stuff. Isla Yates try and close that, but it's going to be a little too. Gets the push coming out of 4, manages to ride it out. Your opening heat winner now in a dramatic opening heat. Noah Air back to Isla Yates. Cody Watt now running his own race back in the 3 position. Great drive from him. Jake Johnson from the tail of the field up to the 4th. Jack Wilson. Now Chloe Cox was putting the pressure all the way back at Isla Yates for the 6th position. Well, they'll run through the 48 of Millie Fairbrass will hold on for 6. Back to Chloe Coxwell in that TMC haulage. Then Ellie Watt, and to tail out the round of your finishes, the 95 of Cooper Sale. Racing once again. Off the pole this time, the Kachana beat number 4 of Ellie Watt will start off the pole outside him. The 27 of Jake Johnson. Promising in the early heat tonight, starting at position number 3 of the Outback Horse Trails, number 9 of Isla Yates outside her, is Jack Wilson. Starting inside the 3rd row is the 8 machine of Chloe Coxwell, outside Cody Watt. Starting at position, the row number 5, Millie Fairbrass, and outside Millie will be the 22 machine of Noah Air. Starting off the tail of the field, Levi Favreau and Cooper Sales. We're going to no messing around, straight into green this time around. And we're away. So as we get green this time around, Jake Johnson will lead this one away into turns 1 and 2. Second place there, Ellie Watt falls into second place. And Isla Yates taken off when she took off in the opening heat now, so she'll into position number 3. Wilson back into 3rd, Coxwell. Air falling backwards to Amelia Fairbrass this time around, but Johnson out in front as we come through once again. So out in front, Johnson out in front now this time around. Watt under pressure this time, bit of a freight train. Air running up on the high side. It's trying to make something here. Isla Yates trying to put the pressure on the backside of Ellie Watt. Great driving for the young lady. Confidence back in this one once this track's stacked off a little bit as Chloe Coxwell now coming into play as well. Air trying to get that high side to work. The Brody's blowing this track off quite nicely as Johnson a whole straight out in front. So Johnson out in front, back to Watt, Yates and Coxwell. Nose to tail damage there on turns 3 and 4 now as Watt will go up high. That'll allow Yates and Air to sneak underneath. Coxwell's going to look to the outside of Watt. So she got punted a little bit out of the way from the 9 car this time around, but Air's going to look up on the high side now of the 9 car as well. Unable to do so on the high side as they come through, but Johnson out in front by nearly half a lap. Absolutely dominating this heat race starting off the front row in that 27 machine. Yates fighting back on the bottom side now with Air. Air trying to find a get going through. Can't quite do it this time, so Yates will lead the second place in the next lap. Back to Ellie Watt. The pair of Watts sitting there consecutively in 5th and 6th place, or 4th and 5th place. Sorry, Chloe Cox will now come into play with that one, breaking the Watts up, and she comes through as they get around the lap car of Cooper Sayer. But out in front once again, up for dispute. We're going to see a flag dropped on a driver. Just try and figure out which one he's going to pick. And it looks like the 22 car of Air has had put the dispute flag on, so I can feel a relegation coming on for the top stars. But out in front comfortably on this one. Johnson out in front. White flag next time around for young Jake Johnson. As Air's up in second place. Fairbrass way back in the field this time around. But Yates sitting back in third. Chloe Coxwell trying to put in that TMC haulage. Number 8 trying to get around the outside of the Outback Horse Trails. Number 9 of Isla Yates. As he comes through this time around. White flag out for Jake Johnson. 1 lap left to go here in heat number 2 for the New Star Junior Sedans. I don't think he's going to get run down from here. He's put an absolute dominant performance in as he comes through. Air back in second place. The battle is for third at the moment. It's between 3 cars of Yates, Coxwell and Watt. As Wilson tries to come in. Watt trying to get to the bottom side of Coxwell. Can't quite make that happen. But Jake Johnson will take out heat number 2 in the New Star Junior Sedans. He takes the win. Second place there, the 22 of Air. Coxwell's going to make a dive around the outside on the last corner, if you don't mind. She's going to steal away the third place from Yates. Can Watt follow through? Cannot do it. Coxwell back to Yates. Cody Watt. Jack Wilson will come home in about the 6th place. Ellie Watt in 7th. Millie Fairbrass, Levi Favreau, and Cooper Sayer will bring out the tail of your finishers for heat number 2, brought to you by KJB Industries here at the Makes Making History Collie Speedway. Final heat of New Star Junior Sedans out on the raceway. Saying this one off the pole, the 22 machine of Noah Air is going to start this one off the pole. Outside him, the 8 of Chloe Coxwell. Levi Favreau will start out position number 3, Millie Fairbrass outside him. The 4 machine of Ellie White, then outside Jake Johnson, our last heat winner, dominating heat winner in the last race. The 9 machine of Isla Yates is out there as well. The 10 machine of Cody Watt. And off the back, the 21 machine of Jack Wilson and Cooper Sayer. Let's go racing. Chloe Coxwell off the front row can be dangerous with this one. As we'll head in turn 1 and 2. Chloe Coxwell will lead them away back from the 22 machine of Noah Air. Millie Fairbrass, Jake Johnson and Levi Favreau.
Alright, your leader is still the number 8 car is Chloe Coxwell, the number 22 Noah Airy, number 48 Millie Fairbrass, and then the number 27 Jake Johnson in 4th place. And following behind the Jake Johnson, number 4, Ellie Watt, number 16, Levi Farros.
That's right, Levi Favreau back there. Jake Johnson's come off the noise. He's pulled it up a bit going into turn 3. Not sure what happened there. As our race leaders, the battle is for the lead out in front, mile out in front, but Johnson's definitely off the pace. He's going to retire to the infield. So I'm not sure what's happened there. So Jake Johnson retires the car and he slowed up going into 3 and he quickly pulled it up on the infield. So not sure what's going on. So back into the race lead now. Chloe Coxwell's led this the whole way, but Noah Air has not let her get away. Back to our 3rd place as Cooper Sayer goes a lap down from Millie Fairbrass, Ellie Watt, Cody Watt, Isla Yates, Levi Favreau, and Jack Wilson at the tail of the field. As we'll come through once again with Chloe Coxwell out in front, back to Noah Air.
And back with the 45 in 3rd. 48, sorry. Millie Fairbrass. And the number 4, I'm pretty sure still. Ellie Watts. and the number 10 falling behind Cody Watts. And the number 9 falling behind Isla Yates, and number 16 falling after Levi Farrows. And
We've actually got the white flag this time around, Jay. Chloe Coxwell takes the white flag from and with the 22 car following around, but Air's going to look up on the outside as there's a battle for third and a battle for the lead. Who can believe they're half to 3/4 a lap apart? Fairbrass is going to lead the 3 position away, but we're going to come through. Air drives it in hard, can't quite make it happen. Chloe Coxwell will be our heat winner from Noah Air. And now the battle's going to be for third. Who's it on? It's all the Manjimup kids. Sorry, the Margaret River kids as they come through this time around. Millie Fairbrass, Collie, Cody Watt, Ellie Watt battling it well. Cody Watt's going to swap to the inside. Can he get enough drive off turn 4? Is he? Can he get it? Not quite. Millie Fairbrass from Cody Watt, Ellie Watt. Wiley Yates is going to come home in the, looks like the 6th position. Then back to the 17 of Levi Favreau. I'm going to get you saying Favreau properly by the end of the night, Jade. I reckon if we work together as a team, we can get Favreau out of you by the end of the night.
I hope so.
It's honestly one of the most dreaded things because you get a name wrong, you wouldn't know it, but I can tell you, you find out really fast. You're not sure. 10 laps the journey. As Coxwell gets better of the dispatch this time around, she leads this one as they go through. Air's going to follow up on the back bumper as well with Watt up in the 3rd position. Johnson under pressure from Isla Yates. Isla Yates in there trying to fight back on the high side now as they go back around. But as they come through once again, out in front, Chloe Coxwell leads this one away from Air. From Watt, Yates just holds on over Johnson. Wilson. Back to Millie Fairbrass. Ellie Watt makes a move under the bottom side of Fairbrass, unable to do so. Then off the back, young Levi Favreau and Cooper Sayer. So as they go back to our race lead, out in front, showing how the boys how it's done. Out in front, Chloe Coxwell. Pocket rocket size, mean and attitude in the TMC haulage. Number 8 will lead this one away down into turns 1 and 2. Noah Air doing all the chasing in the background there in position number 2. As I'll soon come up on the back of lap traffic, Cooper Sayer on the edge fiberglass number 95 is going to be the first one to be looked at as they go through. Out in front, Coxwell from Air. Cody White and a stellar drive tonight. Isla Yates and Jake Johnson as they go down the back straight. Coxwell out in front. From Air, from Watt. All 3 of those cars are broken away. Isla Yates back in the 4th place under pressure from Johnson, and now Wilson's coming into play on that one as they come through once again. Out in front once again, Chloe Coxwell leading away like she did last week at the Manjimup Speedway. Comes through once again, out in front from Noah Air in the 22 machine. And Cody Watt running his own race back in 3rd. Isla Yates, Jake Johnson, young Wilson Fairbrass, Ellie Watt, Levi Favreau and Cooper Sayer goes a complete lap down on the field as they run through once again. But out in front, Chloe's just led from go to while on this one, got the jump and absolutely taken off from outside pole position as they run it through once again. Great driving here from the New Star Junior Sedans, brought to you by KJB Industry, KJ Race Parts. Of course, designed by Ricky, the whole KJB Industry team, absolutely massive. They run it through once again, round on the high side. Another lap in the books here. It does not look like Noah Air is going to make any inroads into Chloe Coxwell's lead. I think he's banking on a restart if possible. Johnson is all over the backside of the Isla Yates car as Cooper Sayer goes another lap down as our top 3 get around him nice and cleanly. Great driving from the young fella as they go through once again. White flag's not too far away as they go down. Coxwell gets a little tidy off too, keeps it all together, massive lead, so got a bit of a gap there, bit of a buffer as we'll call it. It's going to be white flag this time around, 1 lap left to win for the New Stars here at Collie Speedway as they run it through. Air's starting to come under pressure thing, Watt goes around Sayer. So Isla Yates is in that 4th position, but your top 3 have checked out as they all come through. But ladies and gents, stand up and put your hands together. She's led all 10 laps and she's had a killer of a night. Chloe Coxell in the TMC Haulage number 8 will take your feature win from the 22 of Noah Air, and Cody White in the Kachana Beef number 10 will round out your podium. Isla Yates is going to hold on for the 4th position from Johnson in the 27. Jack Wilson, Levi Favre gets it, Ellie Watt, Millie Fairbrass. Levi Favre almost has a moment with the wall over in turn number 3 and 4. He'll come across the line, and Cooper Sale will round out your finishes.
Now, can you just speak up here for me? You've got people watching at home, you've got family at home, obviously. Your dad obviously puts a lot into these cars, and you've got a lot of sponsors to thank as well.
Yeah, Matt Hammond, fixing my strut and letting me, my dad for letting me come here. We were about to not come here. My belt for my power steering, and I had no steering, so I like to thank Joe for fixing it. And yeah.
No, well done, man. Just grab a spot over there in front of the victory lane sign there. We'll move over to 2nd place tonight. This guy, I actually haven't really seen him drive before, but he absolutely put on a show all night. Come home to 2nd place in the 22 car of Noah Air.
Watching it, Gerald.
Hey mate, well done. This is obviously one of your first runs down here in a while, or ever if not. I can't really actually remember you being down here unfortunately, but mate, you look very comfortable out there.
Yeah, thanks. Furthest run down here so far. I'd like to thank all my sponsors, Mum, Dad, Lance Brook, Archie Bracks, ABBL Contracting and Maintenance, The Hidden Pantry, Hooks Chooks and Eleanor Farms.
Well done, buddy. Just grab your spot there next to Cody. And our feature winner tonight, she's definitely a better driver than her old man. I've watched her old man drive over the years, and she dominated man jump last week, and she's coming back up in Collie tonight. Your number 8 machine of Chloe Coxell. Well done, Chloe. You keep going at this rate, your old man's going to be too scared to get back in the car.
Well, that's if he actually fixes it and leaves it.
Obviously, you've done a fair few Ks in the last few weeks. You put on a hell of a show on Man Cup last week. You've come here tonight. You've struggled in the first 2 heats, come good in the 3rd, and absolutely dominated the feature race. Obviously, you've got a few people to thank for that.
Yeah, I'd like to thank Dad, Paul, Drew, Granddad. I'd like to thank all my sponsors, Promotion Automotive, TNC Suppliers, ABA Security Electrical, all the volunteers here tonight, and Collie Speedway for putting on a good show.
No, well done, Chloe. Jump over there next to the other two. I'm sure someone will be around. Greg will probably get a photo of them over there. You're too busy chatting to Nick Hammond down here as we just get the camera to roll over.
Just wait a moment, Perry.
Alrighty, we're going to go through to our top star 2 stands once this photo's out.
Alright, kids, give us a smile.